Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Yesterday we have seen the difference between crystalline substances and amorphous substances, and it was asked for 3 times. So I think you have prepared well for that. And also 3 definitions we have seen: anisotropy, isomorphous structures, polymorphous structures, and today we are going to see the classification of crystalline solids. That means it is the next point of this chapter. Hence we will see the classification of crystalline solids. Before that, we have already studied crystalline solids. That means the structures in which atoms, ions or molecules, these are considered as the constituent particles. Hence the first point, that is the properties of units, particles of the unit cell. These can be atoms, ions or molecules, and based on this, these crystalline solids are classified into 4 types. These are ionic, covalent, molecular and metallic. Ionic, covalent, molecular and metallic. You can take the screenshot of this table to remember all the properties, and also you will see 2 questions which were previously asked. This question was asked in July 2018 and this question is asked on the March 2020. That means a recently asked question is there and it is based on this table. So you have to remember this table very carefully, and we will see the 2 questions which were previously asked on this unit. First of all, ionic structures or ionic crystalline solids, the particles of the unit cell. That means these ionic solids are composed of cations and anions. For example, NaCl, we know Na plus ions and Cl minus ions are held together by a force of attraction, and it is known as electrostatic force of attraction because these are the oppositely charged ions. Hence the interparticle forces among the ionic crystals are electrostatic force of attraction. And the property hardness, these are hard and brittle, and the melting point of these ionic solids is very high, and it is from 600 degrees Celsius to 3000 degrees Celsius. These are the poor conductors of heat and electricity in their solid state, but when melted or dissolved in aqueous solution, that means if dissolved in water, they can conduct electricity. Hence we have seen the NaCl, when dissolved in water it can conduct the electricity, and also when it is melted but in the solid state, it is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. Examples are all crystalline solids. Crystalline ionic solids NaCl, KCl, K2SO4, CaF2, in which cation and anion is present, it is known as ionic solid. And if we consider HCl, is it an ionic solid? No, it is not an ionic solid because HCl bond is a covalent bond and hence it is included into covalent solids. That is molecular solids, because in case of HCl, though there is a covalent bond between hydrogen and chlorine, but these molecules are associated together by hydrogen bonding, and hence it is a molecular solid. We will see in the molecular solid. But what are covalent solids? Covalent solids are the solids in which particles of the unit cell are composed of covalently bonded atoms, like carbon. In case of graphite, we have seen the hybridization of carbon in case of graphite, and it is sp2 hybridized. In case of diamond, it is sp3 hybridized carbon atom which is attached to another 4 carbon atoms, and hence in case of diamond, graphite, there is a bond between such a type of atoms, and these are covalent bonds, and hence these are known as covalent crystalline solids. Examples are graphite, diamond, quartz, also boron nitride, silicon carbide, it is also known as carborundum, and aluminum nitride is another example. These solids are known as covalent solids because the bonding between these is covalent or network solids. These are also known as network solids because network structure is formed in case of graphite, diamond, and in case of silicon carbide, aluminum nitride, boron nitride quartz. We have already seen the structures of quartz as alpha quartz, beta quartz, cristobalite, and these all are the covalent or network solids. Network like structure is formed. The bond between the atoms is covalent bonds, and they are very hard substances. We are known about the diamond and also silicon carbide. These are very hard substances. They have very high boiling melting points, and their melting point ranges from 1200 degrees Celsius to 4000 degrees Celsius, and hence they have very high melting point. And these are the examples. And also if we see the thermal and electrical conductivity of these covalent solids, they are poor conductors of heat and electricity, but there are two exceptions. That is, graphite is good conductor of electricity. Why graphite is good conductor of electricity? We have seen the 11th standard because it is the carbon atom of graphite is sp2 hybridized, and one electron is available to conduct the electricity. Hence graphite is a good conductor of electricity, and diamond is a good conductor of conductivity of heat. And hence the examples are quartz, diamond, graphite, boron nitride, silicon carbide, aluminum nitride. And then we will move towards the molecular solids. What are the molecular solids and what are the particles, constituent atoms, ions? These are the diatomic, polyatomic molecules. That means chlorine, ammonia, hydrogen, carbon dioxide. Actually these are in the gaseous state. When they are converted into its solid state, they form molecular solids. Chlorine is in the gaseous state, but when it is cooled, it forms crystalline structure, and it is a molecular solid because it is a diatomic and a non-metal. Hence such a type of molecules come close to each other. Chlorine molecules are associated together by London forces, or some other molecules can associate together by dipole-dipole interaction, or we have seen the HCl molecules, large number of HCl molecules can associate together by hydrogen bonds. That means they contains two or different atoms which are covalently bonded, but the intermolecular force of attraction may be van der Waals forces of attraction or hydrogen bonds or dipole-dipole interactions. Hence it is necessary to identify whether it is a molecular solid or covalent or ionic and also metallic, and what are the other properties of the molecular solids. Interparticle forces, I have already mentioned that they can have London forces of attraction. In case of chlorine, phosphorus, acid, O2, which type of forces are there? These are the London forces, or these are also known as van der Waals force of attraction, and these molecules are associated together by van der Waals forces or London forces. Another is the dipole-dipole interaction. It can be present in the molecules which are polar in nature, like HCl. It is a molecular solid having dipole-dipole interaction also, or hydrogen bonding, and these are soft in nature. They have low melting point ranging from -273 degrees Celsius to 400 degrees Celsius. They are the poor conductors of heat and electricity, and these are the examples. Then last is the metallic solids. In case of metallic solids, metal ions are bonded with the mobile electrons, or in the sea of electrons metallic ions are present, and there is an electrostatic force of attraction between metallic ions, that is positively charged metallic ions, and sea of electrons. Hence these are formed by metallic bonds are the attraction between cations, that is positively charged ions of metals, and the sea of electrons. For example, if we see sodium electron configuration 281, the one electron is a mobile electron. In case of one sodium atom, such a type of large number of sodium atoms are associated together and large number of unpaired electrons are present, and these electrons and these ions are associated together by electrostatic force of attraction, and hence these are the metallic solids. Any metal, gold, copper, silver, potassium, lithium, iron, cobalt, platinum, these all are the metallic solids. And the example, another example we have included here, brass, which is also metallic solid, because brass is the combination of copper and zinc, and these are having variable nature, soft to hard. If their hardness is checked, sodium metal is soft, while other hard metals are also observed, and the melting point range is from -39 degrees Celsius to 3400 degrees Celsius. That means low range to higher range melting point can be there. In case of thermal and electrical conductivity, they are good conductors of heat and electricity. Metals are the good conductors of heat and electricity. Why metals are good conductors of heat and electricity? Because they possess electrons. And also we have seen the metals are malleable and ductile, and hence we have seen the properties of metal. These are good conductors of heat and electricity, also malleable and ductile, and these are the examples. And lastly, we will move to the two questions which were previously asked. Classify the following solids into different types. This question was asked in July 2018, and the 4 molecules were asked. Half mark to each molecule is assigned. We have to only mention that these molecules, which type of structure they have. Ammonium phosphate, if you see the formula of ammonium phosphate, NH4 thrice PO4, it is the formula of ammonium phosphate, and in the ammonium phosphate NH4 plus ions and PO4 3 minus ions are present, and such a type of ions are associated together by which type of force? That is, ionic bond is formed, electrostatic force of attraction. It is a cation and anion, hence it is an ionic crystal. Brass, it consists of zinc and copper, that these are metals, and hence it is a metallic crystal. It is having metallic crystalline structure. Acid molecules, they are included in molecular structure because sulfur is a polyatomic molecule. It is having 8 atoms together, and hence these atoms are having covalent bond, but these molecules are associated by van der Waals force of attraction. Hence acid molecule is a molecular solid. Diamond, we have already seen that diamond carbon atoms are joined together to form network like structure, hence it is a covalent or network solid. Only we have to mention diamond, it is a covalent or network solid. Ammonium phosphate, it is ionic solid. Brass, it is a metallic solid. Acid, it is a molecular solid. And then again in the March 2020, the question is asked, silver, no doubt it is a metallic solid because it is a metal, silver. P4, it is a molecular solid because phosphorus atoms are joined together to form a P4 molecule, and large number of P4 molecules are associated together by which type of forces? London forces or van der Waals force of attraction. Diamond, once again it is asked, and diamond is a covalent or network solid. NaCl, it is a ionic. We have already taken the example NaCl, it is a ionic solid. In this way, we have to only identify the structures of the mentioned substances, whether it is ionic, covalent, molecular or metallic. Thank you.